I'm actually tell you to give you the tea.
Can we talk?
Yeah, can we talk?
She had walked like me. I was happy to see her. No,
I see him often. We both live in Houston, so I see him pretty often.
You live in Houston?
Mm-hmm. I just moved there in May.
Oh my God, how you like it?
I love it. I love it.
Look like them.
It's a peace of mind. Mm-hmm. Real cornbread about the
real. You know what I'm saying? Real thick like right here.
Real rice and cabbage about it.
Why you moved there? Why you moved to Houston?
I needed to get away from Baltimore. I felt like it was like nothing else for me to gain there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I was in Baltimore. I felt like that's home, right? Mm-hmm. But I had max. Like I reached my max. Like there's nothing left. Once you reach your max, like if you don't move past that, then you only have to like room to lose. So like I needed to go out of Baltimore now. Like there's nothing left for me to do in Baltimore. Literally, I can't find nothing in Baltimore that's going to elevate me anymore at all.
I understand 100%. That's how I felt about Detroit. Love it. Love my hometown. Love it down. But it was like I need more. I'm too big of a person. Too big a personality. I want more. Mm-hmm. Is Houston give you everything bigger in Texas? Everything.
So I was definitely willing to grow. Like I was going to grow. I'm growing.
I love Houston. Dallas.
I still have my house in Baltimore though.
Austin, San Antonio. The whole state is my favorite.
I'm real Houston about it.
So wait, you go home often in your house?
No. Last time I was there was in June. I'm going there Friday though.
Okay. How's your mom?
She's great. I talk to her so much. She's good.
I noticed that I have a really great relationship with my mom, so I've noticed that you do too. Like that's very important.
For sure. I'm happy. I send my mom flowers every month.
Oh, that's really cute.
Since I've been gone.
I want to start the show off like this. I want to start the show off just like this. There's this thing called being humble. Now I have the icon, King James West, overall father. No shade. What does the word humble mean to you? I'd love to know.
No shade. Humble is like knowing you can talk your shit and not doing it. Like, I don't even think like you can really say you humble if you don't realize your own potential. Because it's not, you don't even know it's there, so you're not being humble about anything. Like, I know the potential is there. I know I've like done so many different things, but I don't even do it. I don't talk about it very much unless I'm asked. Like, I don't feel the need to like boast about who I am or like what I've done unless it's necessary in the moment. I'm kind of growing out of it though.
Yeah, because I just wanted to start off with you because this when I see you on the floor, your presence, how you carry your house, it is very much so of confidence, of I am that bitch. And I think that Ballroom provides that. I think you've contributed to that. I appreciate that so much. Let me let you guys know, humble means to underestimate oneself. Google it right now. That's what it means. I want y'all to stop running around saying I'm humble. It's not a cute thing to be. It's really not.
That's funny. I'm so glad I said I'm growing out of it. I really am. Yeah, I don't care to be humble anymore.
I don't know where everybody get off. Like, I'm being humble. Like, why? You don't think you should?
Being humble don't get you nowhere.
It does not.
Whether people know it or not. Okay,
so look. I'm going to do a this or that type of game. I'm going to name some girls. And this is so we can like get into this and see what's going on.
Okay. We're going to start shaking from the door.
We're going to just get right into it. It's a big weekend with big girls. It's the time. Okay. And you know what? There's no shade. I know you're gonna give it to me. You're gonna give me the answer, a real answer.
I am.
I'm so excited to have you. Thank you for coming.
No, for sure.
No shade. Like, thank you for coming.
No shade. Could I secretly tell you, like, I've been waiting for you to say, like, James, when you come to my show? Like, I was like, it's been a week though. Like since like a week ago, I wonder like if and when KL's is gonna ask me to come on his show.
So it's funny because I did Asia, I did Bamsy, I did Snick, I did a lot of people in your house, or you are related to them some type of way. And me and Bamsy was talking. He was like, "Bitch, no shade for your finale. You gotta have James." And I was like, "The girls don't know how my show is recorded, but you will be the finale." And it was not that he said it, but it just kind of just worked out that way. So this is the finale. And I'm happy because it's a lot to talk about. But before we get into the thing, would you rather, right?
I'm low-key nervous. I'm gagging.
Don't be nervous. It's just your honest opinion. Okay, cool. And it's funny, right? Lola or Trace?
Lola.
Cassandra?
No. Let me go back. I'm saying Lola because of what I just seen.
Okay, so if you don't know, you will know. The legendary, the 10-year anniversary of the House of Love, and we just had our ball, and Lola won the biggest category. We had 10K face. What'd you say she looked like last night?
bitch.
What she look like?
She looked like an animation standing in front of me. Lola's skin looked like she had lights under it. It was insane. Like, I had chills. I was like, bitch. Like, I gagged. Like, I was like, she walked past me and I knew who I wanted to win at that point.
Like off rip.
Off rip, I knew who I wanted to win. I didn't feel like JB's is a new girl, so I know Ballroom is not allowing her to win. Great, if she can win, bitch, let's do it. But I knew Ballroom wouldn't even allow her to win no matter what.
No.
But I knew I wanted Lola to win at that point. I was like, bitch, this is Lola. I need no J. Lola looked extremely cold. She was the full package.
And I'm so happy that she won, and also like did what she needed to do to win, because she's been in this for a minute, and for her to win that last night and deserving of it, it's like, congratulations, bitch, you look the fuck good. I'm waiting for you to come sit down and chat with me. Okay, so
I'm gonna switch that to Trace. I don't know
where you come from,
because I didn't forget. I don't know, but Trace, like me seeing Trace as a Milan was like baked chicken with no seasoning at first, right? And like when she went to Miss Rahi, bitch, I don't know what happened, but this glow that hit her, I watched it. Like I seen it. Like I remember seeing Trace. I was like at the EV2 bar, seeing Trace, and I'm watching. I'm like, this Milan girl, who is this? Like this like white woman looks good, but she's so blah. Like girl, pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And then I just remember like the Miss Rahi era, and bitch, she came with an energy like the blonde part in the middle went to like a part of the side with a poof.
She put a little blue in it.
It went to like a poof to the side, and like it had like the you know how they say white people don't have lips? Like her lips started puckering up a bit. Like
Kylie did a little bit to you.
Yeah, like no shade. I don't know what it was, but I've been in love with her since then.
So it's Trace for you.
It's Trace for me.
Okay, it's Lola for me. It's Lola for me just because I like that edgy, that
she's a package, but she's always been the girl too.
And she gives me so let's do it like this. Trace is very much so Chanel ad, and I feel like Lola would be a Versace ad. I love Trace as the wife, she's the mistress. We'll talk later. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Cassandra or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Ooh, why?
Love Cassandra down, one of a kind, never can be duplicated.
Never.
Ronaldo is a package for me. Ronaldo is the attitude, he's the energy. Ronaldo is just like, when I came out in 2006, I seen Ronaldo and I was like, bitch, I love that. Like, his presence, he bowed down. He had an attitude. He had like it was just like he just, I don't know, it's like something about like his stage presence when he was out there, he didn't seem bothered by nobody. Cassandra was the performance, 100%. And then like,
agreed,
not necessarily the attitude too much. Because it was like, bitch, it was clockwork for her. She's like, the performance, I got that.
But see, what we need, we'll get into the things I got. We supposed to just be saying one name, but we supposed to be like, okay, so it's da-da-da. Okay.
I think it's because I'm kind of catching you off guard with my answers, maybe.
I'm like, yeah, a little bit you are.
Okay.
You are. But this is why we talk. Ricky or Prince?
Ricky.
Jack or Selvin?
Selvin.
I do want to know why.
Selvin is an energy. I think Jack is funny. Like,
Jack is a host.
Yeah, he's
Selvin gonna give me that chance.
Selvin is the entertainment.
She gonna give me that chance.
Like,
I need that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not asking you that because I don't even know those girls. Pony or Deshawn? I had help doing this.
I would say back in the day, Pony. These days, Deshawn. Obviously.
That's fair.
But like even in like Pony's last few moments of like walking balls, like it was Deshawn for me. I've always wanted to battle Pony.
Miles or Carisha?
Oh.
When you think about Miles and you think about Carisha, you think about performing, those are two captivating little bitches. And I want to give y'all a shout out eating it right now. Captivating. Oh.
Miles or Carisha on a good day?
On a good day.
I'm going to say Miles.
Okay. And Toya or Tayana?
It's Tayana for me.
Tayana?
Effortlessly.
Because you gagging and she, what?
I you don't got nothing? Be outside as a boy and still be mistaken for a girl. I've never ever seen her get clocked ever.
Okay. Never. All right, now let's get into this, James. Now, you have done multiple interviews, and I've literally been watching all of them. I need to know, right now, where you are in Ballroom. You are literally an icon. And I have to give my people, my audience, just a bit of background on who you are. You are an iconic Vogue femme. You used to walk Schoolboy. Did you play it? He got you did like twist for like a little bit?
Yeah, like I probably walked twist twice.
Okay, so you literally have been voguing for a very long time. You came out in what, 06? Mm-hmm. I'm breaking it down for you. I'm trying to catch all up because it's something that I want to get to. It's a story that is with you that I need to be broken down and told. I want to hear it from you. I've heard so many stories. I like them, but I want to hear it from you. Okay, so you were a con. You dominated that house. You had this thing. I literally was sick of them, and I'm like, I just want to be all of them. Honestly, I just wanted to be all of them because it was like, I had never battled you. We battled this one time. I don't care what you say, bitch. I'm not adding to it. It was like 3 Brown Mice, New York City. I was in the bag. I'm not counting it. You counting it?
I smoked y'all. No shit.
I'm not counting it.
I'm the reason being is because at that time I knew exactly who I was, right? And I feel like we was all of us in our own areas was hot, right?
No shit.
And so what happened was y'all was so ready to battle me that y'all took flight and I paid it. Like, we are 3 dramatic Vogue films and I played puss on y'all time and beat y'all at every vote.
I'm so happy we talked here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. First of all, it's been a couple of times. It was actually a couple of times. So it was this one time we battled at the Midwest Awards bar. Didn't know it was you. I walked off because I'm like, bitch, what's going on? It was a lot. And I'm like, yeah.
For LSS?
Like, no, we were battling for the 5,000 for the Mizrahi bar. And I looked at the clip, I'm like, is that James?
I don't remember.
Yeah. I recently noticed that. I knew I walked off, but I didn't know who I walked off on. And then there was time in New York, this one we were just talking off the camera, I was getting into my boyfriend. I didn't know I was battling you either, and I was so far in the back, I'm like, this bitch really just, okay, so now this is going down. Bitch, I don't even remember. Anyways, okay.
Bitch, I was back there doing double kicks.
Yeah, like I'm voguing down, like you can't even see me.
I was a cat and I felt purr.
You knew what to do. A lot of times you know what to do. Mm-hmm. She's a smart girl. Okay, so the Kardashians. I want to talk about it because I don't know if everybody knows. Like that was the thing. Is this phones? No, please. So with the Kardashians, how did that form? Or did it just happen?
It just happened. Like the name.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of happened. But believe it or not, like Mousy gave us that name.
Okay.
At random. Like he was like, bitch, y'all the Kardashians. Like, and I never would have thought of that. Like my mind is genuinely not creative to think of something so small like that. Like, and so we just ran with that name. It was me, Magic at the time, Baby Hurricane, Buffy, Rennie.
Coming through, eating it. Now, when we talk about Vogue, film history, performance history, there's been a couple of houses that have dominated the category. I've never been a part of those houses, but I have to acknowledge them because it is a part of the history of ballroom and it's really sickening. We talk about the House of Blahnik. You remember when they was like eating it?
Absolutely.
It was a group of those fab girls, and then it was y'all. And then now it's West. But before we get there, I want to know, and I need you to tell me, you were a con. Con was hot. Con was hot because of really the Vogue team, the realness. People were scared of y'all as they were scared of you. Why did you leave? What happened? Everything looked from the outside looking in, it looked dope. What happened?
So you know how just to kind of like make everything like simpler, because we kind of talked about it a little bit. You know how I just said like I left Baltimore because I had reached my max. I got there in con. Like I had reached my max. I got to the point where like I'm going to be stagnant once I stay here. And I didn't know that in that very moment. I was really just fed up with a lot of shit that I was dealing with for years. But long term, long term, I realized what happened was I reached my max. Had I not started the House of West, I don't know who I would be right now as a con. It would probably just be just Little James Con still to this day.
And not King James West.
And not King James West.
Okay, so you was tired of it. You was fed up. Now, was this because, you know, we just at House Lives Matter and we were having these conversations. Can this still hear me if I sit back and relax like this? Just move it closer. All right, cool.
That's what I want to do. I was leaning back.
Yeah, because I want to kick it. Because bitches be really trying it. And we were recently just at House Lives Matter. And they were having a conversation about, you know, the younger generation needs to give the older generation respect. But I don't know if they know that needs to go both ways. And I just want to know, was it something like that in the House of Con with you and James? Was it like, is this power struggle? What happened?
No, so it definitely wasn't a power struggle because me and Big James, that's my grandfather, and we have a great relationship. We had really good communication. I think the problem is like I'm not the house myself. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still other people. There's so many other people. So just like I can't communicate with everybody for you all the time and vice versa. Like sometimes people want to hear what you have to say. Sometimes people want to feel that love from you. Let me just give you a great example. I feel like Harold is a amazing icon and he's a figure to the scene. You see Harold embracing his members and loving on them and stuff like that. And then you have your own founder who is not doing that same thing for you. You begin to kind of crave that. Like you kind of want it. So like you can't, you know how people say you can't miss something that you've never had, but like you can want a feeling that you see. Like if I see that and I feel like, oh my God, this person is so supported, and like, look at the founder of that house. They sitting there like they loving on them. They put their hands on the shoulder. They make them. It's affection. We didn't have that. Big James is not that type of person. He's a tough love type of guy. Like you can't come to his house. Like you can't just call him all the time. Like he's not that. You know, and it's okay.
He's a trade.
Yeah, very trade about the situation.
Yeah, he give me that. Very tradey. James, are you sensitive?
I don't think I'm sensitive at all. Somebody called me sensitive recently. I'm like, bitch, sensitive. I've never been sensitive in my whole life.
Really?
I don't think I'm sensitive at all. I'm very passionate though.
Okay.
Very passionate.
You are very passionate. You literally create a whole new house, a whole new energy to Ballroom. I want every single detail of how that creative process happened. You left you left Con, and who you get on the phone with was like, bitch, we about to, how did that go? Africa. You wanted to drink some water? Because bitch, I want like the story.
All right, so I left the house. I called Africa. Africa asked me to start a house with her like maybe 8 months before that. Like
really?
Yeah, like 8 months before that. She had asked me to start a house, and I was like, girl, I'm not ready to start no house. Like, who's gonna be the overall father? She like, bitch, you. I'm like, oh no, man. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, that's not my thing. Like, I don't care for stuff like that. Like, positions and stuff means nothing to me.
I seen you say that.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
When you already and when I say like that, bitch, I use that in terms of just being comfortable with yourself. Nothing is going to validate me or make me more than what I already am. I just am. But that comes with a lot of responsibility.
That's the thing. So like, I just felt like I'm not ready for that. Like that comes with a lot of responsibility. It's just like it's gonna be pressure. I don't want it. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So even when we started the house, we had the conversation. We was in Dallas, Texas. Me, Africa, Anthony, a few other West. We started having a conversation, and at this point, I'm like, I'm really done. Like, I'm not going back to Con.
How did you know? Bitch, I left Miss Rahi so many times and was like, all right, that's my family.
I think I knew because I was right there. It was a ball the next day that I had no plans on going to, and nobody was taking me saying that I'm leaving serious as it pertains to people in the house.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, I have no urge to be a part of this anymore. Like literally, and I'm gonna make y'all know because I'm gonna walk tomorrow as a 007 on my hurt foot. I had a hurt foot in the moment. I'm like, I'm gonna walk as a 007. Like, and I was like, okay. I went out there. I walked. I battled 2 people. 1, boom. Legendary Performance Grand Prize 007. So, like I was like, I'm just done. Like I felt like this is never ever going to change, because like the reason I left was like things that I have already dealt with, like you know what I'm saying, like the public humiliation from our founder and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that no more.
What public humiliation?
He called us animals. Animals, like for like defending each other at a ball that he had like in May.
Y'all fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a whole big ordeal between. I actually didn't even get into a fight. I was there, I seen it, but I wasn't actually fighting anybody. But it was like Con standing up for other cons, and like it's like I felt like it was a lose-lose situation, because he's the type of person, like, had it went down the way it did and no cons got involved, he would have been reading the shit out of us. So it was like we've been ready. Nobody did nothing. We've been ready. Yeah, like, so
I'm out. See y'all later.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. So like, and then, you know, it was like a situation with another icon who was like threatening one of the members, and he didn't do nothing about it. Then you had like, he go on a radio show and he's like, the animals, this house was closed. You got people trying to snatch our members, knowing for a fact that we really not about to be put out the house. It was too much. It was just too much.
So you grabbed your girls and
I didn't grab them.
So you did not take them. They came with you.
I left, and I had. I'm actually tell you to give you the tea.
Can we talk?
Yeah. Can we
talk?
I actually was going to go to the house of Tishi.
Really?
Because it was so small.
That would have been cute. I see that. James Tishi. Imagine that, because that's all we could do.
It was no shade. It was so small, and I felt like I can go there. Like they doing their own thing. They good. They got the fashion on lock. They got Ronaldo there. Like I can go over there. I can do my own thing, and I ain't got to worry about nobody else. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to go to the house of Tishi. I actually messaged Pampers about it and everything.
What? And shout out to Pampers, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Pampers. And I when I left, my phone started ringing. Like, what are you doing? If you're not coming back, I'm not staying here. I'm going with you. Like, you know, some people they stayed, some people left and went their own way, but like there was a lot of people that said, "I want to go with you," and that's when I'm like,
James, how did that feel to understand? Because you know what that is. That you couldn't ignore what you have created. That's like you seeing your power in such a way. What did that feel like?
"You would gag." Remember I said being humble is like knowing you can talk your shit and not doing it, but it's not. You're not necessarily humble if you don't realize your potential. I didn't realize my potential in that moment. I didn't realize my potential until I turned around in my grand march and got up and looked back. I gagged.
At the house ball?
At the house ball.
Oh,
I gagged. Like I looked back and like the stage was just full of West, and they was like,
and that's your legacy. And that's your legacy.
And that's when I realized, like, wait, this is you right here. Like, I gag. Like,
that's really dope.
Yeah, so like that's when I realized it. So in that moment, I didn't think about it like I left this house and everybody left with me. I didn't really think about it like that because I wasn't. My mission was never to ruin the House of Con. Like never ever. Like there was a time that I created a group outside of the main group because Big James wouldn't give us admin in the group to like let people in the house that was in. So he just was like real personal and funny acting for no reason. So it was such a struggle. Like we couldn't have fun conversations in there because he'd say, "What the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all don't have jobs. Why y'all?" Like, it just became too much. So like just to make us feel connected, I made another group. And I didn't make the group out of like power struggle or nothing like that. I just wanted people to be able to connect. Like and we couldn't do it. So it actually worked in the long run because people started connecting in that opposite group. But I never wanted to tear the house down. Like I loved the House of Con. That was my home. Like that was where.
No, shout out to the Cons and keep going, you guys. So with the House of West, will you call Africa? And she tried to get you to create a house 8 months ago.
I said, "Girl, was you serious?"
What?
I asked her that. Like I was like, "Are you serious when you called me and asked me that?" She was like, "Yes, I was serious." I'm like, "So you think we should do it now?" She was like, "Let's do it." So we started talking. From that moment we started talking. Like we met downstairs in front of the hotel. We just sitting out there like keying, like trying to think of names. We got all these different names.
Because I cannot understand where did the West the name West, where did that come from? Now there's been comments obviously. Y'all can't tell me that y'all didn't get this from Kanye West. The House of West was created when? What year?
2018.
Okay, I'm trying to think what was Kanye at the time. But where did the name come from?
Believe it or not, Anthony made that name up. Oh, not made it up, but he came up with it. And I don't know where he got it from. We didn't even ask.
Y'all just like was like, yeah, that sounds cute.
No, I actually hated it. I'm like, West, what's that? Like correlation? And like he didn't really have an answer. Like he just was like, I don't know, I keep seeing it. Like we didn't come up with it right in that very moment, but like a few hours went by and he was like West, and we kept like, I'm like, I just keep seeing it. Like I keep seeing it, keeps standing out to me. And so that's so bad because you have like a whole like legacy going on and you don't have a realistic grasp of where you gained that name from. But I don't.
Do you remember some of the other names that y'all were going to use before West? I would love to hear some of the names that were thrown out. I would love to.
We thought of like mafia names like Bambino, Luciano,
Ghetto,
right?
Ghetto.
We thought of reaching out to Kenny and asking him, can we reopen EVSU?
Begging.
I believe we like even in the midst of like thinking about West, we had like considered like the House of Westwood, but we didn't know that was already a house before.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. So apparently Vivian Westwood has been a house before. So like we thought about all of that stuff. And I was just like, I don't really want nobody like reading us on the back end talking about, yeah, they reached out to open UBC, bitch. No, man. Like, you know, I didn't want that. So they would have definitely hit.
I know that the girls had hit. Now, another thing I want to talk about, it needs to be hit. When creating a house, we normally take from fashion designer. We take those type of names, such as Balenciaga, Mugler, those things. So West was already different and innovating in itself with the name. And it's done that with just ballroom too. Now with that ballroom house, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to realize is there's parents, obviously. This is the overall father, and you have an overall mother, and you have chapters everywhere, wherever you want them to be. Now, with creating your overall mother, what was that process like? Or finding her? I'm not creating.
Yeah, finding. Okay, so I knew that when I wanted an overall mother, I wanted somebody who was new, like new meaning, like somebody that wasn't already an overall mother, somebody that has not been in the scene, like as old as the overall mothers that was like around. I wanted somebody who can like be a part of my house that's growing and grow with the house. So like I want her to come in perfect. I didn't want her to come in knowing everything there was to know. I wanted her to literally learn everything as time went on.
That's dope.
It just makes sense, right? Because we created our own formula. So like I wanted her to be a part of that formula and create with us and like learn what it is to be a leader, what it is to be a mother, and like just learn the process. But you had to just be open-minded to it. So it took some time. And when I thought about the full package, I was like, I think Asia would be a good overall mother.
Bitch, the way she came out, the way y'all rallied behind her, it was everything. Bitch, it was everything. The orange hair, Utah, it weighed out. It looked good.
I felt like she would be good. I was like, I feel like I it's funny. I just thought about me as little James Caan, and then I was like Asia Balenciaga, and I was like, Asia is hot because she's Asia Balenciaga. Yeah. Asia has put the work in. Asia has went through the being dragged through the mud and making it hot. And, she's been through that. I went through those things. Now I'm like, what do I see for Asia and Balenciaga long term? I don't see nothing. I see she's gonna sit there as Asia Balenciaga. And so I reached out to her. And that's the only time I've ever reached out to somebody in another house ever. I don't recruit from people's houses.
Wait, she was still a Balenciaga when you reached out? Very bold of you, James.
It was. But sometimes you gotta use what you got to get what you want.
And he reached out, and obviously it worked out.
It did. I mean, the Balenciagas has reached out to some West before. It happens. So I'm saying it's no big deal. It just happens. But that was the first time I ever reached out to somebody in the house, and I had told her how I felt, and I had pitched everything, my vision, everything to her, and she was like, "I love your vision." Like,
oh my God, I love when the stories. Let's do a flashback.
And I felt like West didn't have. I felt like West didn't have a narrative yet. They didn't have their Benji house, their happy house, their shady house. You had nothing for them because it was so new. So that's that, and then also James' vision. It was like, okay, well, we speak the same language.
Boom. I love when the stories line up the right, because she said that too, and so I love this.
Oh, okay, dope.
She said that as well.
No, that's her thing. Like, she definitely, like, visions is her thing for sure. So like she did, she told me, "I love your vision," and she said, "Give me a couple days, and I'll let you know what I think." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I knew I had laid it out to her, so I was like, I'm good. Like, if she don't, I feel like she'll still respect the vision. If she do, then she'll probably love the vision more than likely. You know what I'm saying? So it took like, I want to say 2 days.
Okay.
And she was like, I left the house of Balenciaga.
Damn, the drama. Not so much the drama, just the fire, new energy. It started to burn.
That's when the Asia X Balenciaga jacket came.
Dirty.
She was already a West at that time, but we played it cool. She sat in the back of the ball, sent me not to be able to cater to her the way I wanted to, but I kept my distance. I spoke to her like I usually would. It was dope, but I was also in that moment, like so it's funny. Let me tell you. So she told me, like, she was watching at that time. I had this conversation with her, I want to say in October 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
October 2020. She did the Asia X Balenciaga jacket in January of 2021. Yes, 2021.
Girl, fuck that day. What's going on? What happened?
I had told her, I was telling her stuff about like ballroom. Just pay attention, Like, it be shady at times. They don't play with us, She didn't really see it. Like, she felt like we was being sensitive. That's why I said, it's funny you said, am I X-Men, am I sensitive? Like, she's like, y'all might be being sensitive. Like, I don't think they were shady. Like, no, that was a little, and like, so it was funny. She did not see it when she came out as a West, when she started judging balls, when she started being a West at the table watching, she started seeing it. She was like, I'm gagging. I actually see it. Like, she was like, I thought that y'all was being sensitive, but no, like, they really don't play with us. Like, there is a little disgust coming from like the panel with us. Not all the time, but just sometimes. She noticed about certain people that we specified, not just everybody.
I mean, when y'all came out, I know personally for me, I knew it was not going to be a joke just because of how you handled the cons. You had already taken Con and been the father of Con in such a way. So I respected it off rip. Like, I don't respect a lot of houses right now, of course, because it's a joke. but it was already respect. But did y'all experience like hardship coming out?
No, I honestly feel like we had it really good because like we hit the ground running and like we were so consistent. I feel like even if people wanted to shade us, it wasn't but so much shade they can do. Because we, like I said, we hit the ground running, so we didn't really experience the new house shade that people wanted us to experience.
They tried to get y'all
people. Like there's specific people has actually said like they didn't experience new house shade, so they don't play with us still to this day. But it's okay.
Okay.
So I mean it's fine, but I take it for what it is. But back to Asia, I feel like she was she experienced it and like she was able to understand like where we was coming from. And it's actually happened with a few people that's come to our house. They like, no, I don't really think they, and then they get in the house and they say, oh my God, I see it.
Yeah. Now with Asia, she was overall mother, and it was a big thing. It was just her thing is a big thing in ballroom, and it's normally like controversy related more so than anything. Now you guys created a letter to her not being in the house. I've never seen this in ballroom before. I've never seen anybody issue out a letter in ballroom like, is this the way?
Is this the new direction? So